Port side is left. Port's left. $4 at what? $4 at left. Port's always left. Remember, because it's the short one.
Four letters and left. Four letters and
I don't know
left.
which is the front and back of the ship.
4 and a half.
That's the front. We came down the front. That's the new okay.
Not going yet.
Oh, good.
We're gonna go deep to the sea, okay?
All the way down.
All the way down.
I just see blue. I just see Are we moving down?
Not yet. Look, we still can see the top. You can see the top of the water, right? And then still we're gonna go down. That's scary.
I did see There was a fish in there.
Oh yeah, look.
I've seen one fast moving fish. Had a propeller
I
on
didn't,
it.
I didn't get
What
it.
is that?
Had a propeller on
Bubbles, bubbles.
Surface left stand, our hatches are secure, life support is on and operating. The water ballast has been set and checked. Trim weight is mid-ship. We have less than 150 feet beneath the keel. Requesting permission to vent back.
How deep it
Full vessel away from your side. Clear to vent, clear to dive.
Understand, clear to vent, clear to dive. Venting air ballast 3s and 4s.
Just so that numbers can tell you how deep we are. Right now we're 0 feet, so we're still on the water. And it's going.
Come on, cycle forward.
Cycling forward.
50 feet? Maybe.
Oh, there's a fish. Hey, look at that swimming right
Oh, there's one. Oh, that's
Come off, secure pump out.
Roger.
I think that's what Dad used to call it sailor's choice.
Look, this is my flower. Now there's a house I can see this
Nope, it's like a bluegill.
Over your way.
No, we didn't come through.
More bubbles.
Oh, fish. Fish.
Where? Yeah, I see it.
Say bye to you. Say bye.
Likes to toy with it. See if you can take my picture.
Like that, like that.
Yeah.
Cheers, 5.
I couldn't get the picture.
Another fish, look.
Two fives are over this time.
1 and 6s, that's all vent. Stand, stand, stand.
I think that's what's in here, because you can see, okay?
Atlantis, all tank open, 1032.
3-2.
Atlantis, clear to vertical upon your discretion.
Roger, adjusting ballast, engaging verticals.
You got 2 operation.
Roger.
Rails are
Going
walking.
down.
Roger.
Going down. 8 feet.
There's nobody else.
Roger.
Now you're in a good spot. Switch on our top. Have a good dive, Atlantis.
Okay, everyone, can you guys hear me in the back all right? Okay. I'd like to say hello, everyone. Welcome aboard Atlantis 10. My name is Ethan. I'll be your narrator today. Special thanks to Danny for getting you guys out here today. And actually, Captain Danny is our pilot today, all right? Let's give her a round of applause. All right. Have you ever been part of a world record? We are today. Every dive she does, she has the most submersible dives of any female on planet Earth, all right? So that's kind of a cool thing. Now in the back there, we also have our co-pilot, Tiana, all right? Above her right shoulder is a depth gauge, all right? How deep we're in the ocean. Right here above my right shoulder is a depth gauge as well. I see Tiana talking to herself. She's not. She's actually talking to our pilot, Danny. She's the eyes and ears for our pilot back there on the back of the submarine, okay? All right. As we go down, we're gonna, I want to teach you a little bit inside the submarine. So I'll be calling out things both the port side. Everyone seated on this side looking out is port side, alright? This side here is alright, you guys are way ahead of me. It is, I'm gonna say the other side, alright? It is the starboard side. I'll be calling out things both port and starboard. Now above you are some white bags, right? We call those the aloha bags. If you do have to say aloha this morning's breakfast, please aloha into those bags, alright? We don't want to share that kind of aloha, alright? And take it with you as a souvenir of Atlantis on the way out. And we are going down. You'll notice some of those depth gauges are getting deeper. Both doors, some foreign language systems lit up, and these depth gauges. That's the only lights we have on the inside of the submarine. As we get down here, these viewports about 3 1/4 inch thick. Make sure you turn the flash off on your phones and cameras. So just get a picture of the submarine.
We're getting close
Alright, we're
to
going
the
to listen in now
bottom.
to our pilot on the underwater telephone as she checks in with the surface.
Alright, good morning everybody. We're going to go ahead and get a quick comms check with the surface. Now we're going to be using an underwater telephone. It's the same technology that we use to listen to dolphins and whales as we make our approach to the reef. Let's listen and see if they're ready for us, see what they have to say. Here we go. Surface last 10 comms check, underwater telephone. I have you loud and clear. Our venture secure positive buoyancy is achieved and we will talk to you later. Thank you, Surface. Bye now.
I see fish. Do you see?
Okay, great. Now we won't listen to all the communications throughout the dive, but it's good they have our backup there, that crew with that underwater
There's so
telephone.
many different.
Now throughout the dive, they'll be checking on us, but we won't listen to all the conversations. Right away, we're approaching the reef here, both sides of the submarine. Now as I call things out, port and starboard, if you do see something bigger than yourself, please point it out to us, let us know. We can try to maneuver the submarine. If you see anything bigger than the submarine, please let us know as well. We can surface the submarine at any time. Now, these viewports also only 2% magnification, not a lot down here. Okay, so pretty much what you're going to be seeing is what you get down here. Also, you'll notice immediate color change. Anybody wearing red on the surface? Look at your color now, alright? Also, if your neighbor is looking a little green, that's also the color change down here. No lights on the inside of the submarine, no lights on the outside of the submarine either. We actually don't light up that coral like they do with National Geographic submarines. So you'll be seeing the corals versus the fish. We found the lights actually scare the fish away.
How many fish there are?
100. 200.
Alright, we're coming up on one of our first schools there. You might have seen that on the port side. It's the Tapape blue striped snapper. That's one of the first schooling fish we'll see out here today. Also coming up on the reef. Now this reef is about 18,000 years old. Sounds relatively old, but that's actually relatively young when
I
it
saw
comes
a
to reef
tiny
systems in the
baby
world.
fish floating
This has attached itself to an ancient flow of a volcano right above Kailua Kona. The mountain right there above Kona is an active volcano. It's currently dormant. But it's created a lava flow here that the coral has attached itself to. We're on the slope of that mountain underwater. So we'll be seeing some of that coral move towards the starboard side. Finger coral. Looks like fingers reaching to the surface. Mixed in with that is something called malva coral. Looks like lumpy mashed.
Oh, like that big fish.
So those two different types of coral here. Now my color change I was mentioning. Red is one of the first colors we lose. Yellows and neon colors actually get brighter down here. Alright? So if you're wearing yellow or have neon colors, a lot of people wear that neon fingernail pink now. That is brighter down here. Your skin look a little green. Actually, if you prick your skin right now, it would pull out forest green blood. Don't recommend anyone doing that.
I think we'll stay on 60.
Alright, you might see some silverfish, black and white, on our viewports. Those little tiny ones are called sergeant ranger fish. They're called mamo in Hawaiian. We actually have adopted these as our mascot. They live full time on our submarine, those little group of fish there. And they are cruising our viewports a lot.
Look, that's where they live. That's where the fishes live.
Out in the distance on the port side and the starboard side, you see another schooling fish. These are called goatfish. They get that name because they have little barbels on the end of the mouth, like a goat's goatee. Now their Hawaiian name is Owama. These are the juvenile goatfish, both sides of the submarine there. And when they get older, they turn all silver and they get a black dot on their side. Their name in Hawaiian changes to Veke. That adult goldfish is sometimes called a nightmare goldfish.
Maybe he's trying to get
In fact, if you were to eat the brain of that nightmare goldfish, you would have nightmares all night. Ancient Hawaiians actually would consume 3 or 4 of them and go on a hallucinogenic vision quest. So that was the decade or nightmare goldfish. To operate there on the port side as well, and now on the starboard as well. Those are the blue striped
I see
snappers.
treasure. I see treasure.
Now, operator actually not originally from Hawaii. They come from French Polynesia. In fact, they were brought here in the late 1950s. They were dumped in the waters off of Oahu. The scientists at the time and the state at the time had thought it would be a good food source for the growing population right around Hawaii becoming a state. Well, they didn't do all their research. We have subtropical waters here, a little bit colder than French Polynesia, where they're from. There they grow to about 6 to 8 pounds. Do any of these look 6 to 8 pounds to you? They do not. So back about a maximum 1 pound here in Hawaii. There's a bit of a joke. It takes 2 tape to make a single taco. So you'd have to catch about 12 of those to feed your family. The other downside to those, they are edible, but they don't stay in the refrigerator very long. They don't stay in the fish market very long, so you don't see them on the fish market either. They turn to mush after a day or so in the fridge. Then they become tape. So what you'll find throughout the dive, the deeper we go, the jokes get worse, okay? I'm a dad too, so couple it with that, you know, I'll drop those dad jokes.
Not Nemo, but his friend in the tank.
Alright, you might see a silvery white fish. Looks like an open up Oreo cookie.
Yeah, he was
That's what I
injured,
call
he had
it.
a
It is
scar on
Oreo
his
cookie fish.
face.
Its scientific name is Hawaiian bacillus, or Oreo cookie fish. Domino dazzle is another name as well. That's that white one, black all the way around the outside. Now those are sometimes called the chihuahuas of the sea.
Chihuahua fish.
A little bit territorial. Get close to them. Apparently they chirp at you.
这么多 fish，
Like little bark. Divers even
Some
reported that they pull their arm and make hair out. Somebody even told me a story once that it pulled beard hair out of someone that was diving. Those are those black and white ones there, those silver ones.
看看你最喜欢哪条鱼？我最喜欢
Oreo cookie fish. No, I don't recommend eating them. They do not taste like Oreo fish.
啊？最喜欢哪条鱼？
Or those tapape as well.
最喜欢哪条鱼？
Yeah, snowy
最喜
substance
欢还
in
是
the water here. We call this marine snow.
这
Any
不要动，
guesses
这不
on
要
what
动
that
，OK？
is?
我们看外面鱼。
One said it. I think I heard plankton, right? One time I had this little boy on board. He set out this really cute voice, planktonic stew. Yeah, he was completely right. It's a mix of animal and plant plankton in this water. It's actually a sign of health here in our water here in Kona to have this snowy substance in the water. In fact, a few days ago, we spotted a whale shark in the area. That whale shark was feeding on this very plankton that's in the water. That is a mix of animal and plant plankton. That actually forms the base of the marine food chain worldwide. Plankton is very important to the world's oceans. If you know anything about it, plant plankton itself, through photosynthesis, creates about 70% of the world's oxygen. Now, I always thought it was the rainforest, but I mean, trees and rainforests also contribute to oxygen. The majority of our oxygen in the world is from plankton in photosynthesis. It's very important to our oceans. A lot of fish will feed on this plankton. You'll see some fish going up and down the water column feeding on plankton. I do recommend looking down the viewport, out and up. Try to do that without bumping your head. But sometimes you can see different things at different places on the water column. Also, if you have any questions throughout the dive, please feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer them. If I can't answer, I can always ask our pilot or co-pilot.
然后这里他们住的家里，
Lots of information out here, lots of things out here that we see on a daily basis. Some of it is new, some of it's old. So. Alright, this coral here also, let me talk a little bit about the coral. Any guesses? Plant, mineral, animal? Animal, yeah, you guys are right. Also plant and mineral, okay? So it's actually all three. So if you answered any of those, you're completely right. We got that hard stony coral here. Inside of it is a little polyp. It's an animal that lives inside. Also growing on this coral is algae as well. That algae is part of the system as well. Now a lot of these fish are adapted to live inside this reef. A lot of the fish you'll see going in and out of the coral are really thin. so they can squeeze in those little cracks and crevices. Some of them even have like a long nose. Look on the port side down there, right near the sand and coral. There's a long-nosed butterfly fish. That is yellow rectangle body, triangle black mask around its eyes, and a long white nose. Now that long-nosed butterfly fish in Hawaiian actually has the longest name in Hawaiian for a fish. It's the Lau Wili Wili Nuku Nuku Boy Boy. And a lot of people think it's our kingfish, the Huma Huma Nuku Nuku Papo Ha'a, right? But actually the Lau Wili Wili Nuku Nuku Boy Boy is actually longer fish in Hawaii. And in fact, here in Kona waters, it does even something unique too. Another long-nosed butterfly fish there, port side.
Oh, look.
It actually turns all black here. The skin of the fish turns all black. We're not sure why it does it only in the water. They sometimes even taken them out of the water, put them in the aquarium, and turn back to their normal color. But sometimes you'll see a surprise one out here that is all black.
Oh, another
And it's
school
named
fish
because
right
it's
here.
longer in length.
You see it?
Wow, really, nuku nuku boy,
这么多
boy,
对不对？
Ellen.
几条 fish？
So that's even way longer than our
That's a
state
popular fish, yeah.
几条 fish？
Alright,
这么多。
you guys want to practice saying that long name for a fish? Anybody? Okay, if you do, repeat after me. You don't have to. This is optional, okay? Lau Willy Willy, Nuku Nuku, Boy Boy, Ellie Ellie. Lau Willy Willy, Nuku Nuku, Boy Boy, Ellie Ellie. 1, 2, 3 on your own. Okay, we'll practice that for the guys, alright? Now, that long-nosed butterfly fish is one of 35 species of butterfly fish here in Hawaii. Best way to tell they're a butterfly fish, they usually have a partner with them. There's usually two together. About 80-90% of butterfly fish are pair bonding. They're actually mates for life. And they're very loyal to the end. In fact, if one passes away, the other will stop eating and sleeping until it passes away as well. But they definitely do mate for life. Butterfly fish. So, a few different kinds we'll see out there. I'm seeing another Lau Willy Boy right there on the port side. There's one on our side.
拍照片，我拍了多少？拍了片。
That's starboard as well. Another type of butterfly fish, you might have seen one. All silver with orange diagonal stripes. That's an ornate butterfly fish. That's one of my favorites out here. Now one that's hard to miss is all yellow out here. That's Maui Pala in Hawaiian or yellow sage. This is about the size of your palm of your hand. Everybody see Finding Nemo? Well, that's Bubbles. He retired here, right? He was the one staring at the bubbles in the aquarium. Those yellow things were so popular after that movie that they everyone wanted one. Everyone wanted a saltwater aquarium after the movie Finding Nemo. So those yellow things became really popular to take off the reefs here and sell on the saltwater aquarium trip.
See those
Well, that
color fish?
affected
That
the
is a
fish out
white,
here.
there's a
About
black,
2018
there's a
is when
yellow,
the state of
there's
Hawaii
one black.
banned the practice of
So those
collecting
different
those
color
fish
fish.
off the reef for that saltwater aquarium trade. So their numbers have come back, which is a good thing with those yellow
Dark
things.
blue. You see dark blue, it's deep, right? Dark blue is deep. You see over there? It's deeper and deeper. We're gonna go very, very deep.
Yeah, Kona Coast used to be called the Gold Coast. There were so many of those yellow things breaking off the coast here. It looked like waves of gold. Peacock grouper here on the port side. That is the one with the beige vertical stripes like a zebra. That is called Roy in Hawaiian. Now that is an invasive species. They actually threaten the native reef fish here. Fishermen, when they get a chance, will try to catch as many of those as possible to get them off the reef. But those peacock grouper or Roy contain neurotoxins, so they're inedible. They contain something called ciguatera. Ciguatera, in large portions, can cause paralysis. In small doses, can mess with your nervous system. They're also what's called an ambush predator. They'll hide in the coral and wait for a fish to approach it, and then they'll swallow it. So that is the peacock grouper or the Roy wine.
Take a picture of favorite fish, okay? Picture of favorite fish.
Also
there's a
see
blue one.
triggerfish here on our starboard side. That small black fish with the floating fin on top and bottom.
Oh,
See
you
a
see any
pink
color
tail triggerfish
for
on the
reefs?
port side. That purple one is
So
called
blue.
lavender tank. That's actually a lavender on the
Wow,
surface.
look
Down
at that
here,
yellowfish. So
depends
many
on whether the
yellowfish,
light
right?
hits it or not. Sometimes
Yeah,
it looks darker
yellowfish.
than that, but sometimes you can catch that lavender color on it. That is a lavender tank. They like to feed on plankton up and down the water column. Also around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they're spawning
Oh,
their
is that
eggs.
sea urchin? That's a sea
other
urchin.
fish to follow them and pick off those eggs.
There's a uni for lunch. Whoa, how many
Port
fish
side
there
out
are.
there in the distance, also a raccoon butterfly fish. Now those
Raccoon
look like
butterfly fish.
raccoons right around their eyes.
Raccoon? Where's raccoon butterfly fish?
Now, what's the white stuff down there at the bottom? Kind of looks like sand. That is sand, guys.
Where's that
Anybody
white
know
stuff
where
that
the
looks
sand in
like
Hawaii comes from?
volcanoes?
Parrotfish. So they're one species of fish that produces about 80 to 90% of the white sand here in Hawaii. So they consume dead and dying coral. They're
Wow,
kind of
look
the
at that.
janitors of the sea here.
Rainbow
They
fish?
like the
Is that
algae
rainbow?
that's on it. They digest that coral, and what goes in must come out. They
Oh, look,
keep it out as
look.
white sand. So those parrotfish produce about a ton of sand in their lifetime. Question. Yeah, so we're coming up on our first shipwreck. All that
Oh,
metal
shipwreck,
part there is
shipwreck.
part
We're
of the
gonna find a
helm
ship.
area of the whole shipwreck.
You're gonna see a
Big
ship,
cylinder
like a
there,
sunken
I think
ship,
it's
like a
part of,
treasure.
it's,
You ready?
hydraulic system for that crane.
Where
And we're
is the
approaching our
treasure?
shipwreck. Don't worry, starboard. We'll swing around because it'll pass from you guys as well. So feel free to look over the shoulder. Just don't jump on the person behind you. But this is the Predator. It sunk here in 1996. Yeah, so those are long spine sea urchins we have on there. In Hawaiian, those are called mana. Now, if their appearance wasn't enough, you don't want to step on the mana, right? Those spines break apart. They're hollow. They have a mild sting. The sting's not too bad, but that spine is impossible to pull out with tweezers. It just ends up staying underneath your skin. You have to let it eventually dissolve out of your body. It's a long spine sea urchin. So there's a shipwreck story with this. This is actually a real shipwreck. It wasn't purposely sunk for us or anything. We went down here for diving or anything like that. This sunk here in 1996. You see this big open hole, this big crane on it. And in a moment here, you'll see the landing ramp that's fallen off the front of it. The person that owned this was an ex-Navy SEAL. What he did, he had purchased this really cheap at an auction. His idea was to start a shark cage diving business inside the bay. In order to do that, though, he was going to have to throw fish guns in the water, chunk the waters. Because the sharks that he wanted to have people see were like tiger sharks or oceanic whitefish. They're out in deeper waters, so he was going to have to draw them into this area here. Well, if you know anything about this area, lots of swimmers, lots of paddlers in the area. We don't really have big sharks in this area in that sense. So this wasn't too popular of an idea in the community. The story goes that someone came out here at night and either shot holes in this or drilled holes in it in the nighttime. By morning it had completely sunk and then had sunk here to the bottom. Now they had to pull out all the pump out all the chemicals and oils and gases from it. When it was left down here, it was too cost prohibitive to bring up off the bottom at the time. So it became an artificial reef or man-made reef. So you see a lot of fish living on this, hiding underneath it. Even large fish will use this kind of as a car wash. You'll see some big fish pull up to this, and there's these small little fish that are purple and yellow. They'll come up to that fish and feed on parasites that are on its gills or on the side of its skin. Those fish will even swim inside the mouths of big fish and eat the inside of its mouth as well. That isn't trust, I don't know what it is. Now these big silverfish here, port side, you'll probably see them on the starboard when we swing around as well. These are what's called mu in Hawaiian. Now that's one of the shortest acorn fish in Hawaiian. These big silverfish, they have big Kardashian lips, big giant eye on it as well. Now with that giant eye, they can actually spot fishing lines. So they're actually very difficult to catch with traditional fishing lines. I believe one of the main ways these blue granite peppers are caught is by free diving. You have to surprise one of these fish with a spear gun to catch it. If you do catch one, consider yourself very lucky and consider yourself catching a delicacy. Apparently they taste like lobster, crab, and shrimp. They do feed on crustaceans, so they're taste like what they
Interesting. Anything interesting?
It's new.
Oh, big rock. That's a big rock. What does that rock look like? It's a big rock. What does that look like?
I want to take a picture of fish.
You want to picture fish? Okay, we gotta go find fish right now.
We're gonna do a starboard side pass here in just a
Find
moment.
fishes right now.
Where's 770?
So we're about 65 to 75 feet
70.
at this shipwreck. It's a popular dive site. You see a big mooring line coming off the end of this vessel. Scuba boats will attach to that mooring line near the surface there, and they will dive down to this wreck. It's a good beginner to intermediate dive because it's just a straight shot down. There's no obstructions. A simple straight shot down to this wreck here. Sometimes we do see scuba divers down here. If we do see them, we do have to keep a little bit of a distance from them. Also, they tend to scare fish away, so it's also good when we don't see them.
It's a shipwreck?
You'll see that big lens. Yeah, that was held by a few hinges about 7 or 8 months ago. We had a big storm roll through town, and it knocked the rest of that ramp off. These big silverfish here with the crown on them are called big mouth snappers.
Taking the video of shipwreck.
There's also a long-nosed butterfly fish there inside the bowl.
You see a boat?
And some more of those raccoon butterfly fish there. Just like hanging out here. Some lavender king. That waterfall there coming down the waterfall.
You see a big fish? We're gonna go on that boat?
You can tell triggerfish here. Just close up view of that one. It has a whitish greenish tail. That's a pink on the surface. In fact, its Hawaiian name is Huma Huma Leopole. Translates to the nest-building fish with the pink necklace around its back. You can see a lot of that debris there as well from it. Port side, look down there in that rock there. There's a Moorish idol. That's the one with the bubbly red color, long flowing ribbon on its ribbon-like fin on the top of its body. Those were from Finding Nemo. Yeah, the Moorish idol was the character Gil. He was the smart one, right? Now we do get asked about Nemo and Dory. They are in the Great Barrier Reef of Australia, right? Our water's a little bit too cold for them, but we do see Gil and Bubbles.
Nice bit of life.
Out there in the distance on this sandy bottom there, on the starboard, you see a sea cucumber.
Sea
That long
cucumber.
tooth-like
Mommy's
creature
favorite.
in the sand. Now, sea cucumbers can live in the wide open like that because they have a special defense mechanism. They have a really tough skin. Also, if they get feel threatened, they'll throw up all their internal organs. What the predator will do then will eat those internal organs. They're soft and yummy. And then the sea cucumber can actually regrow its own internal organs back inside itself. So they're especially adapted. They can live in that wide open space there.
Wow, look at these fish.
Sure.
Where are they?
Yes, yeah. It's called coral bleaching. Good eye. So on those coral that are white, that's where that polyp has died, and then inside that little coral colony. And so a couple reasons why the coral will turn white. It can either be eaten by a starfish. There's a particular starfish out here, or a sea star called the foghorn sea star. They like to feed on the coral polyps, and so they'll destroy that coral. Damage by a boat or an anchor can also damage the coral and turn it white. Also, temperature changes in the water can bleach the coral. A few years ago, they had an El Nino, where the oceans were warming, the waters were warming. A lot of the coral here turned completely white. Since that time, it came back to normal. So that's a couple reasons why that coral will turn white. Yes, they're perfectly okay. I mean, you can catch a little bit of the color differences, but we don't have the lights on them. So those finger coral are kind of like a purplish color at the surface. That other mountain coral looks like lumpy mashed potatoes, will be kind of like a red or green at the surface. The coral itself is very slow growing. It grows only 1 inch every 4 years, so very slow growing. The state of Hawaii tries to protect it as much as possible. There was a mega yacht here a couple years ago. It actually had dropped its anchor on some of this coral, damaged it. They were fined $100,000. So many times the coral is damaged here, they send out their, Department of Land and Natural Resources. They'll check all the coral, make sure it's safe. If they know who did it, they'll try to assess the damage, and then they will be fined for that. There was a yacht even this last year that ran aground on some reef in Maui. They have also been fined for damaging that reef there as well. Oh, is that a sea star? Oh, okay. Well, it might have been one of the sea stars. Yeah, but yeah, if the light's hitting it just a certain way, you can catch the colors on it. Now we're lots of lavender ting on our port and starboard side now.
So many fish.
And lately they've been followed around by the Durgeon triggerfish, that all black triggerfish. And we're transitioning now from the coral to the sandy bottom. And in this zone, as we get closer to 80 feet, you'll start to see less coral, more lava rock, and then the sandy bottom. The reason for that is the coral needs sunlight to thrive. It needs that photosynthesis. And so you'll see less of that coral and more of the lava rock. Now, lava rock is actually basalt. Before I started working here in Canada, I took it for granted.
Starfish are big.
Bad jokes. Another peacock grouper out there, lots of the yellow ting. Now in this sandy bottom, also keep your eyes peeled for some pyramid-like things coming up out of the sand. I tried to describe that best by saying they look like miniature melt hats.
Look.
Right? Those are sea sponges. Their body is buried in the sand. That part, the triangle part coming up out of the sand, is its mouth. It's feeding on plankton as it floats by. So a lot of creatures that live in the sandy bottom are either a threadfin butterfly fish, port side here, a pair of threadfin butterfly fish.
Sandy bottom. Because it looks sandy.
It's a beautiful one.
Sandy.
So yeah, a lot of the creatures that live in the sandy bottom are especially adapted. A lot of things like flounders or stingrays will bury themselves in the sand. Oh yeah, we call that the Goodyear grouper. You see a tire out here, or sometimes firestone flounders. Personally, I think the joke falls flat every time, and then I have to rotate it out eventually. No traction at all. No. Actually, did you ever get in a tire as a kid and roll down the hill?
No.
Does anybody do that anymore? Those were the good years, right? Sorry for the subpar jokes. We are under a lot of pressure down here. We got our anchor now, starboard side. Port side, you'll see our mooring line.
Oh, you said
So that
anchor?
boat you came out on actually is attached to that mooring line.
Is that anchor?
This is a 5,000-pound chain and a 5,000-pound anchor.
Athena, is it anchor?
Also a porcelain bathroom fixture on your port side on that one.
Oh yeah?
This is also prime area for octopus. They typically look like a moving rock though. They'll camouflage themselves whatever color they're near, and also can change their color and texture. I've seen one since I worked here. And I saw it from the back.
No octopus.
Also cinder blocks out here and other debris. Usually if it's not toxic to the environment, it's left out here. because a lot of life starts going on it. A lot of fish will live inside those tires. We call those fish retirement centers.
Oh, look that. What's that? What's that? That's sea cucumber?
Is that big sea cucumber maybe?
I'm glad none of you laughed out loud too loudly though. There's a new law here in Hawaii that you cannot laugh out loud. You know that? You have to keep it to a low ha. You guys are lucky. That's the first time I tried that joke.
Okay, let's go.
Actually, did anybody spot the dolphins?
Oh, dolphin, what's that?
Earlier, this before we went down, yeah. Okay, it's not a dolphin tour, so if you spot the dolphin, raise your hand. It's $5 per person. That was the Pacific bobnose. Those were a rare treat if you did get a chance to spot it. Oh, we got some bluefin trevally starboard side here. If you see a silver and blue fish, those are milu in Hawaiian. They are predatory fish out here on the reef.
They're under the boat now. They ran away. Fish is fast, right? Fish is super fast.
Both sides of the submarine now we have the Alameda sea algae or seagrass. This is native to Hawaii.
Yeah, because this is very
It's actually
deep.
freshwater seagrass. You might wonder how that happens. Especially adapted for salt water.
Almost 100 feet.
Along this side of the island, lots of lava up and down this coast, right?
Very
And
deep.
so what happens when it rains?
Like a forest. It's
Rain
like a sea
flows
jungle.
into lava tubes underneath the ocean floor here. And so fresh water will come underneath the ocean here and water this seagrass. A lot of the beaches on this side of the island, you can dig your toes in the sand, you feel cold water coming up. That is fresh water. It contributes to the clear waters on this side of the island though. We don't get a lot of pollution on this side of the island. We don't have a lot of rivers that flow into the ocean here. Hilo side does have more of those rivers and the sludge go into the ocean on that side of the island. Alright, we're going to be approaching our second shipwreck here in just a moment. And we always like to see what's out here.
Yeah.
Different every time.
Where's the second shipwreck? Oh, fish come.
And it looks like we're going to do a port side pass.
Oh, it's a baby then.
There's some dolphins.
Oh, nice.
Keep an eye out for dolphins.
Yeah, big fish.
I didn't either.
That was a dolphin.
Alright, we're doing a port side pass.
Okay. Blue whale?
This is the lady. It's sunk here in 1983. We've got a big male parrotfish over the shipwreck right now. It's actually getting cleaned by some cleaner fish. Oh, huge alua coming in, guys. That is a giant trevally or alua. They are a predator out here. And some of those parrotfish there. It looks like they were getting cleaned by those little cleaner fish.
Big fish are out there.
So yeah, this has a shipwreck story too. Sunk here in 1986. A couple from Alaska. This was their retirement plan, this sailing vessel. They actually sailed this from Alaska. They had made it to Kona, and they were going to live aboard this vessel in retirement. As they were getting settled, husband needed to go back to the mainland for something. The wife stayed back, and she discovered a termite problem on board. She heard you could smoke them out. So one night, she decided to light up a boat flare. This sounds like something my grandma would have done. But she lit up a boat flare one night, and she did produce a lot of smoke, but also a lot of sparks and heat. As those sparks and heat were going off inside her galley, she just tossed the boat flare. It was getting too much, and it lit her galley on fire. And she did have the presence of mind to get overboard before the She swam to a nearby dinner cruise ship, Blues Cruise. It was late at night, we're about 2 miles from shore. She couldn't swim to shore, so she climbed aboard that vessel, took off all her wet clothes, hanged them over the railing, and helped herself to the liquor cabinet and promptly fell asleep. Well, they weren't sure she had survived, so the next morning the dinner cruise ship crew came aboard, and they found her asleep wearing nothing but a smile. From that day 4, they call this the Naked Lady. So go to any dive shop in town, say, take me to the Naked Lady. They'll take you out here for a scuba dive. Now, being 1986, one of the few things they salvaged from this vessel was a melted Blockbuster video membership card. Now, kids, that is Netflix, alright? I think we still have that Alua hanging out. Now, they get even bigger than that. They can take up 2 viewports, get up to 200 pounds. Those Alua are giant trevally or apex predators. They're also a popular sports fish here in Hawaii to catch. Very strong. They have a hard bone in their forehead. They use that to batter ram fish, they'll disable that fish and then consume it. That is the Alua. Now, if you see the Alua,
Oh, there's a big dolphin out that way.
they compete for the same
See dolphin?
as the white dolphin shark.
I'm taking a picture of
Typically,
it.
if you're Alua in the area, there's no white dolphin sharks, unfortunately.
Dolphin.
Sometimes dolphins, guys, starboard side, they're swimming upside down there, out in the distance. They're putting on a show. That is pretty rare, guys.
Yeah, you got it.
Those are the Pacific bottlenose dolphins. That is one of the world's largest species of dolphins.
Oh, look, this one.
Look at these guys right up here. See that dolphin?
They compete for territory among the Hawaiian spinner dolphins. Like that blue again on our before
another
terrible
shot,
folks
another
blew up
boat.
a bit. Doing that starboard side pass. Seen a female parrotfish inside the vessel there. That's the one that's gray and black, white bulging eyes. And we have the yellowfin surgeonfish. Lots of those domino gams.
lots of
Also
fish.
nose sea butterfly fish. Those are the ones that are all yellow
The big
with
one
the black
coming
dot
at you.
on them.
See a big one coming at you?
Big one.
I'm taking a video.
Whoa, whoa. When you flinch,
Sorry
everyone's
for the
scared.
crop dusting. I can't
Wow.
Big one.
Alright? The big one coming at you.
We do have little signs on the outside of the submarine
I took
that
a
say
video.
do not
Nice.
tap the glass.
I took a sip, then the big one.
Yeah, very nice. Look at this big fish.
All right.
Just say hi. They came
Any
to say
more
hi.
view of the dolphins in the area?
Wow.
Okay.
Right below me.
Well, we have we're getting close to 100 feet here in the ocean.
Big fish.
I wonder how much water is above us. Picture a 10-story building. That's how much water is above us. It's about 3 atmospheres of pressure at this depth. Pressure-wise, picture 2,000 elephants on one of these hatches. That's how much pressure is under here. Now, officially, submariners, as you get to 100 feet here, are less than 1% of the population that's been this deep in the ocean. Even smaller percentage that's been this deep in a passenger submarine. In just a moment here, we're going to touch down on the ocean floor. Pilot Danny is going to touch down on the skids of the submarine.
And touch down the
They're
floor.
similar to what a helicopter has on
We're
the
gonna
bottom.
touch you on the floor.
It'll be the deepest part of the dive. So please say something nice to someone you came with or a new friend. It'll be the deepest
Why would
conversation.
touch on the floor?
We'll listen
Why
in
would
to
touch
the
on the floor?
hypnotic here to our pilot on underwater teleporting.
Yeah, why not the bottom of the ocean?
Surface, last 10, we've touched down 104 inshore, slightly south of the Lady Curry. Heading is 130, requesting heading and clearance.
I'm gonna lift you
Clear to 4003,
up.
Arizona 1.
Your leg up.
Okay guys, we didn't spring a leak. I saw some concerned looks. That is actually our pilot sending some air to the surface. Those bubbles will go up to the surface, create a footprint on the surface of the ocean there. Our crew up there will take that little skiff boat, make sure the area is clear of any vessels or creatures above us. And then we'll be cleared to surface. When we are cleared to surface, those bubbles will actually look like they're going down when we pass them. We'll go faster than to the surface. We'll go about 12 knots to the surface, the fastest part of the dive, right? Our top speed as a submarine is only 2.5 knots, so we'll go faster to the surface as she builds those air ballasts. So I'll let you know, I'll keep you posted as we are cleared to the surface.
Everyone coming.
Couple of flights.
Past 670, we'll hold below 40. Approaching 60, we'll hold below 40.
Oh, we're going up so fast, right?
Stand by, 65 feet. Roger, understand. Clear to surface. Switching to the VHF radio. Isolating vertical thrusters. Going to balance circle left.
Okay guys, we're cleared to the surface.
Going back up.
Sound check then.
Clear.
Sound clear as well.
Back up.
I took a board.
Yeah, you did.
Are you back up? Are you out now?
Yeah, when they tell us to go.
I'm sure it's different every day.
Take the bow back, okay?
We did see a couple of
How is that?
I have to look forward to hearing too.
How is that? Is that fun? Mommy bought the fun day for you, right? Now you can go tell your friends. You mean this is a lot of
Video.
a lot of video.
Okay guys, you guys have a good time? Yeah. Alright, thank you. Let's give a round of applause to our pilot Danny as well.
Woo! Hey everybody. Thanks so much for coming out today. I hope you enjoyed your ride through interspace. Absolutely stellar conditions down there. Guys, I want you to be sure to show your gratitude to your amazing tour guide, Ethan, on the way out. He works really hard on the narration, the information. Don't be afraid to take care of him for a job well done. Show the love. Thank you so much. Mahalo nui loa and aloha.
Okay guys, stay seated for now. There's going to be a little bit of water coming out of the hatches if you're sitting next to one. Protect any electronic devices. Also stay seated for now. If you're seated on a white compartment, you'll go out the hatch closest to you. Everyone else, you're going to go out towards your left, the opposite hatch you came in. But stay seated for now until we're cleared to disembark.
We came in that way. So it's opposite. We go that way.
Don't look good.
I think we went farther than we thought. Now are you okay?
Yeah, we're gonna go eat
You
lunch
wanna
now, okay?
eat octopus? Octopus?
Okay guys, we are good to disembark. Again, white compartment people first, and then we'll do opposite hatch you came in, towards your left. Thank you guys.
Did you want to get something from Volcano National Park?
We got a system doing that. Yeah.
Look around. You got Mama's phone?
It was really fun. Jump on the side.
Go the other way. Go the other way.
I like those prison fish.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're cool.
They got the stripes on them.
妹妹，爸爸先走，爸爸先走，看。先走。等一下。对，up, okay. Daddy's gonna hold you, okay? Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you.
Wow.
Bye bye.
Little one.
Yeah. Okay, you got it. Daddy'll hold you. Oh, you got it? Huh? Oh, you got it. Good job. Okay. Wait here, okay? Thank you. All right. Thank you. Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Over here. Take a big step.
Thank you.
Look guys, right here. Look.
Look, the dolphin. Let's get on first, okay? The dolphin. Hey, man. Let's go. So thank you. Bye bye.
Perfect.
Watch your toes.
Don't put your foot there.
Thank you. Take your seat. Let's sit here. Just sit here, mommy. Okay. There's a mommy. There's a dolphin. Dolphin. Yeah. Alright, so I'll sit next to you. You okay? Come on, sit here. Yeah, well, look at that side. There might be off, okay? Wait a minute, no. Tina, 要坐好，坐好，还要看，坐好。爸抱着你看，爸抱着你好不好？
Okay.
你看。
Did we forget
Elias, can you
anyone?
change
Raise your hand if we forgot you.
What's that?
There's always one.